Have you ever found yourself standing at the edge of a moment, feeling the weight of expectation pressing down on your shoulders? You've prayed for something, worked for something, dreamed of something, and yet, no matter how hard you try, it's not coming to pass at the pace you want. You find yourself in a constant state of waiting. And the question on your heart is, why does it feel like nothing is happening? Why does it seem like the promises God has made feel so distant, so far off? Let me tell you something, you are not alone in this feeling. I know the heart that longs for answers, for progress, for change. And trust me, I understand the struggles of waiting. You feel like you're just standing still while everyone around you seems to be moving forward. But what I want to impart to you today is this: God's timing is perfect, and it's always better than your own. Think about it for a moment. We live in a world that's constantly moving, where everything seems to be moving faster and faster, where instant is the norm, where impatience is rewarded. But with God, things work differently. Waiting is not a curse. It's not a punishment. It's an opportunity for growth, preparation, and deeper trust. The seed that is planted in the ground doesn't immediately shoot up as a towering tree. It first takes time to develop roots, to secure its foundation, and only then does it begin to grow into the tree it was meant to be. When God asks you to wait, He is not holding you back. He is preparing you for something greater. Remember, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." Jeremiah 29:11. You may not see it yet, but trust that God is working on your behalf, even when it feels like nothing is happening. In your waiting, He is cultivating something deeper, something lasting. Let me remind you of the Israelites. For 40 years they wandered in the wilderness. 40 years. They had been promised the land flowing with milk and honey, but instead they found themselves in a desert. It must have seemed like a delay, maybe even like a cruel joke. But in the wilderness, God was doing something vital. He was teaching them to trust Him, to rely on Him, to depend on Him daily. Without that waiting period, they would have never been prepared to step into the promised land. Just like the Israelites, you are being prepared for the promises that God has for you. Your waiting is not wasted, it is necessary. You see, God's timing isn't about making sure things happen according to your schedule. It's about ensuring that when the blessing arrives, you're ready to handle it. Look at the life of David. David was anointed as king while he was still just a shepherd boy. But do you think he was made king right away? No. He spent years running, hiding, fighting battles, years of waiting, years of being molded, shaped, and refined. And during that waiting, David learned crucial lessons about leadership, humility, and trust in God. It wasn't the right time for him to ascend to the throne until he had been properly prepared. If David had rushed ahead of God's timing, he wouldn't have been the leader Israel needed. God had a perfect plan for David's life, and He has the same for you. Let's talk about the importance of trusting in God's timing, especially in moments when waiting feels unbearable. You might feel frustrated, impatient, and maybe even doubt if the answer will ever come. But I want you to remember this: peace is not found in the absence of waiting. Peace is found in the confidence that you are right where God wants you to be. The more you surrender your timeline to God, the more you will discover a deep and lasting peace that transcends your circumstances. It's like a river flowing smoothly through its course. A river doesn't try to fight the path it's meant to take. It doesn't demand to be faster or bigger or different. It simply follows the course laid out for it, knowing that it will get to where it's meant to go. So too, you are meant to flow with God's plan. Your role is not to fight against the waiting, but to trust that the current is carrying you to your destination. In the meantime, you learn to trust in the flow. You find peace in the journey even when you can't see the end. As I told you in the scriptures, therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Matthew 6:25. Life is not about trying to control every moment. It's about trusting that God, the creator of time, knows exactly what He is doing. Worry, anxiety, and impatience are traps that rob you of peace. Trusting in God's timing brings freedom. When you let go of the need to have everything figured out, you are free to live in the moment, knowing that the Creator has everything under control. Think about the process of a potter shaping clay. The potter molds the clay, shapes it, and sometimes even applies pressure, but the clay cannot hurry the process. The clay cannot tell the potter, "I'm ready now." It must simply trust the potter's hands. The potter knows when the clay is ready for the kiln, and the clay's role is to remain in the potter's care. This is what God asks of you. Allow yourself to remain in His hands, trust that He is shaping you into the vessel He has designed, and know that the time will come when you will be ready for the purpose He has called you to. Let me also remind you of the parable of the mustard seed. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and planted in his field. Though it is the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it is the largest of garden plants and becomes a tree, so that the birds come and perch in its branches. Matthew 13-31-32. You may feel small in the waiting, but know this: God is growing something powerful in you. You may not see the growth in the moment, but it is happening. Just as the mustard seed eventually becomes a tree, so too your faith will grow, and the purpose God has planted in you will come to fruition in the perfect time. And yes, I understand that it can be hard. You may wonder, why must I wait? Why not now? But I say to you, the waiting is not only part of God's plan, it is His plan. The waiting purifies you, it strengthens you, it builds your character. When you look back and reflect on the things that were most worth waiting for in your life, you will find that they came to you in the right time, and you were made better for having waited. Think of the way a master chef prepares a meal. The best dishes require time and patience. The chef knows that rushing the process leads to subpar results. God is the master chef in your life, and He is carefully preparing the feast that awaits you. Trust in His timing. Let go of the need to rush. And as you wait, take heart in this truth: you are never alone. In your waiting, I am with you. I walk beside you, and every step you take is one that is leading you closer to the promises I've made to you. Trust in my timing. Let go of your own plans and surrender to the path I've set before you. The peace you're searching for is found in the trust you place in me. So I say to you once more, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:5-6. The waiting is not in vain. And when the time is right, you will step into the fullness of what I have prepared for you. Remember, God's timing is perfect. It may not align with your own timeline, but it will always be exactly what you need. And in that waiting, in that trust, you will find a peace that surpasses all understanding. Keep your faith strong, your heart open, and know that everything is working together for your good. So, in the quiet of your waiting, be still. Rest in the certainty that God is working in you and for you. His timing is always perfect, and your waiting will lead to the peace you seek.